time for the 7 o'clock, no, the 8 o'clock, no, the 9 o'clock news, Kble News.
Good evening, I'm Corey Bryan on Kble, and it's time for the news. Air Force and Navy commanders plan to boycott the ceremonies inaugurating Argentina's new president. The boycott, reported by the Air Force and Navy spokesman, underlines the split that surfaced last week when the Army insisted on a military man for president, despite the Navy and the Air Force demands for a civilian. And looking at other news, the United States and the Soviet Union held more than 2 hours of discussions on President Reagan's proposal to reduce stockpiles of nuclear weapons. The chief U.S. negotiator outlined terms of the treaty to the chief Soviet delegate at the U.S. Arms Control and Disarmament Agency headquarters. And the Israeli government sources said that Prime Minister Menachem Begin had decided to give U.S. Special Envoy Philip Habit and Lebanese officials more time to arrange an excavation of Palestine guerrilla forces from West Beirut. The government still believes that there is a possibility of removing the guerrillas peacefully, but other informants in Jerusalem said some cabinet members were skeptical about the ability of the Palestine Liberation Organization to reach a discussion acceptable to all of its actions. And as time ran out Wednesday on the proposal for the Equal Rights Amendment, it had the solid support of the American people, as has been the case throughout its stormy 10-year ratification course. In its final survey on the measure, the Gallup poll found that 56% of the people who had heard or read about it, 90% of the total, favored ratification, with 34% opposed. And although the Rochester State Hospital officially closed Wednesday, it will be months before any decisions are made about the future uses for the 160-acre hospital campus. The closing was a bitterly fought issue in the 1981 legislature, and complaints are still being heard about the disadvantages of treating patients far from their homes. And now it's time for the national or the local news with Tom Holcomb.
Channel 2 is your entertainment station. A recent discovery of the hazardous waste material which was dumped at the city dump is in the news again today. The debris that was dumped by the Tyler Co-op elevator consisted of materials from a fire that occurred at the elevator in 1978. The debris was cleared from the elevator site and placed in sealed barrels, according to a PCA spokesman. The elevator removed the barrels and the material from them and spread them at the city dump during Memorial Day weekend this year. A PCA spokesman told the media that he felt the situation was very serious and that something would have to be done with the chemicals. Elevator manager Ed Hinkleman told reporters that he did not think the situation was that critical. As of yet, there are no charges pending concern on the matter. Today, workmen dug up the waste materials and reburied them with the plastic cover surrounding the debris. Kble reporter Corey Bryan was at the dump site earlier this afternoon, and these shots you see here of the dump ground were taken by him. With photographer Corey Bryan, I'm Tom Holcomb reporting from... Many people in town are wondering about the new sound they're hearing, that of the civil defense siren being tested atop the fire station. I talked to city manager Al Jorgensen, and he explained to me that the siren is here only as an experimental basis. Recently, there has been some concern among citizens that if there was an actual emergency, they doubt they could hear the siren. So the issue of purchasing another siren was presented to the City Council. However, when it was learned that the city could save $500 by buying one new siren to replace the present one themselves, they decided to try out the single siren system. The siren will be here for a while, and the city is trying to set up a date to publicly test the siren in an emergency situation. Twin Lakes, southeast of Florence, could be on a comeback as far as fishing is concerned. Minnesota Fisheries pulled several catch nets recently with a variety of good-sized northerns, walleyes, bluegills, crappies, and perch. Red algae that had previously been on the lake has disappeared now, and the fish have been approved for human consumption. Tests have been proven that the fish are safe to eat. Area residents will again have the opportunity to watch a display of fireworks at the Tyler Golf Course at dusk on the 4th of July. Everyone is welcome to attend. Tyler business and city offices will be closed Monday, July 5th due to Independence Day holiday weekend, and on Sunday, July 11th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., the A.F. Edheim Memorial Hospital plans an open house for the citizens of Tyler and the surrounding communities which the hospital serves. Tours of the hospital will be conducted, refreshments served, and the board members will be present to answer any questions you might have. That's a look at local news. Coming up next, Corey Bryan and weather.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's time for the weather on Kble, taking a look at the national map. Atlanta checking in with a beautiful 88 degrees, Miami Beach 92 degrees, Houston 92 degrees, Chicago 74 degrees, Twin Cities with a beautiful 87 degrees, Las Vegas 87 degrees, Los Angeles 74 degrees, and Seattle, Washington 67 degrees. Here we have a high pressure system below the Great Lakes moving out over the eastern half of the United States, bringing beautiful weather out that way, and two low pressure systems moving into the Midwest, which might be causing rain on Friday. Taking a look at present conditions, the temperature is about 79 degrees, humidity 57 degrees, or 57%, excuse me, barometric pressure 30.01 and falling, winds are south at 12 miles per hour, and the sky is mostly cloudy. Okay, the forecast for Friday: cloudy with a 20% chance of thunderstorms, highs in the 80s. Friday night we have 30% chance of thunderstorms, and lows in the 60s. And the extended outlook: as you will well know, Saturday is that chance of rain, Sunday a beautiful and sunny, and Monday beautiful and sunny. And that's a look at weather. Sports is next with our sports director, Tom Holcomb.
The Twins, with the help of starting pitcher Bobby Castillo, won their second game in a row last night by upsetting the Chicago White Sox and ace pitcher Lamar Hoyt, who at one point in the season was 9-0 for the Sox. Bobby Castillo upped his record to 3-5 and lowered his ERA to 4.10, which coincidentally is the lowest ERA on the Twins. Final score was 4-3. The Twins put together a 3-run fifth inning on 4 hits, including doubles by rookie catcher Tim Laudner and third baseman John Castino. Ron Davis came in to get his 6th save, and the Twins have won 4 out of the last 6 games. That followed the Twins' 12-5 crunch of the White Sox on Tuesday night. Rookie Frank Viola pitched 5 2/3 innings for his second win, and Terry Felton got the save in that game. The Twins have now won 20 games and are only 25.5 games behind league-leading California. And they did play this afternoon against the White Sox, but we haven't got that score in yet. In the American League, Cleveland topped Baltimore 9-0. Detroit over Boston 12-3. Seattle Toronto 10-4. Texas over California 5-3. In the National League, the Dodgers beat San Diego 5-1. Montreal over New York 4-1. Philadelphia topped St. Louis 6-3, and Pittsburgh over the Cubbies 7-3. Taking a look at the American League standings in the West, California has a 2.5 game lead up on Kansas City and a 3.5 lead on Chicago. In the East, Boston's in first place. The Milwaukee Brewers are 2.5 games back, and Baltimore finds themselves 5 games back. In the National League West, Atlanta is 2.5 games ahead of San Diego, and the Los Angeles Dodgers trail by 5. In the East, Philadelphia and St. Louis are tied for first, although Philadelphia is percentage points ahead. And coming up in second place, or third place, is the Montreal Expos, a half a game back. That's a look at sports, and we'd like to thank you for watching the news tonight. For Corey Bryan and myself, good night. Channel 2 is your entertainment station.